Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Kill Team Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa de Neil, where I will be fighting a 100-point kill team battle between my Sisters of Battle and Neil's 1,000 Sons. So the story that we got going on here is that the sisters on this planet discovered that a chaos cult was operating and had been building a shrine in the ruins of an imperial basilica. And they arrived in there and purged the area of the chaos cultists, slaughtering them to a cultist. But during the process, a force of 1,000 Sons arrived on the planet looking to jumpstart this shrine that had been built and brought the last bits that were necessary to awaken the demonic incursion that was that this shrine was designed to create. So the sisters decided to hold strong and keep the 1,000 Sons from jump-starting the shrine. And the 1,000 Sons decided that they would go in here and bring it, even if it cost their lives, to jumpstart it and allow the demons of Tzeentch to unleash upon this planet. So that's the story that we're going to be playing. We are going to be doing the Revive the Shrine mission, which is a narrative play mission from the Kill Team Annual 2019. Essentially what happens is I am the defender. I have a 5-inch bubble from the center here, which is actually basically the base of this awesome piece of terrain that Neil built, which is awesome, really cool looking. It actually floats. It's the chains over here keep this thing in the air. Super cool. I mean, just super cool. Anyway, so I have a 5-inch bubble in the middle that I get to deploy in. Neil has to deploy 15 inches from the center, which is basically all the corners on the map here. And he has 2 objectives in his deployment zone. He has one over here, and he has one over there. He can carry the objectives just like you would the relic, so you can advance when you have it. You can just move with the objective. And if at the end of the game he has both of the relics within 5 inches of the table center, he will win. Otherwise, I win. So it's an unusual game length. So 4 turns, and then you start rolling off for a 5th and a 6th, and then it's over. So, and that's it. You just have to try to get. He just has to try to get the objectives there. I have to try to keep him from getting the objectives there. And that's the entirety of the game that we got going on here. So it should be fun. There are a few objectives that you get, or stratagems that you get that are specific for this mission. One is Holy Cause, which is an attacker tactic. So this is for Neil's 1,000 Sons. Essentially, it's for 1 CP. It allows him to advance while holding the vessel, which is pretty cool. And then I have one that's Lay Them Low, which is for 1 CP. I can reroll failed hit rolls in the attacks during the fight phase. I can reroll attacks against models that are within 1 inch of the vessel. So if I get into hand-to-hand combat with my opponent while he's got the vessel there, I can fight him. I can reroll hit rolls for one CP. So pretty cool. But yeah, so that's going to be the story. That is going to be the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 kill teams that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Sisters of Battle, my kill team will consist of, from left to right, my leader, who is a Sister Superior with a bolter and a chainsword. We then have a heavy specialist with a heavy bolter. We have a comms specialist with a bolter. We have a demolitions expert with a heavy flamer. And then we have 6 sisters. And for the 1,000 Sons, from left to right, his kill team will consist of a leader, who's an aspiring sorcerer. We then have a demolitions expert, who is a Rubric Marine with a Soul Reaper cannon. We then have a veteran specialist who has an icon of flame. We have a Twist Bray combat specialist. We have a Brayhorn, and we have 4 Zangors. All right, so going over deployment now for the sisters. I've got 3 Sisters of Battle here with bolters. I've got my Sister Superior in the middle, wading through the blood of cultists, holding the ground, being able to deploy her forces. We've got my demolitions expert with the heavy flamer over here. We've got a regular sister behind her. Over on this side, we've got my sister with the heavy bolter. She is with the comm specialist right there behind her. And we have another 2 sisters over on this side. Going over deployment for the Thousand Suns, we have his leader back over here. We've got his demolitions expert with the Reaper chain cannon, or Reaper soul cannon, sorry, over here. We then have the his combat specialist twist ray, along with the 2 of the Zangors over here with one of the objectives. We've got his veteran specialist over here with the icon of flame. And then over here, we got the Brayhorn and 2 more of the Zangors, along with the second objective. So that is going to be deployment. We will now roll off to see who will have initiative in turn 1. I rolled a 6, my opponent rolled a 7, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Thousand Suns here on turn 1. All right, movement phase here for the Thousand Suns on turn 1. His demolitions expert moved up into the top floor of the building over here, looking down over the killing floor of the shrine. His sorcerer moved up along the edge over here. Over here, we have his the 2 Zangors and the Twist Bray combat specialist, all moved up. One of them bringing the vessel with him, which is the name for the objective there. And over on this side, we have the Brayhorn and the 2 Zangors bringing their objective into the building over here, and the veteran Marine up on top of the second floor of the building over there. So, creating a shooting gallery for my sisters down in here, and also getting the objectives into place to try to run them into the middle. So, should be pretty good, I think. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the sisters here on turn 1. And the sisters here, movement phase, my heavy weapon specialist and the comm specialist moved up behind the barriers over here. My leader and the bolter sister over there readied themselves. This sister moved up over this way. These 3 sisters moved up over here, including my demolitions expert. And over here, these 2 bolter sisters moved up over here. My idea being that I'm trying to run roadblocks on his Zangors here, trying to get their objectives in here, while also trying not to get shot to all get up by his shooting forces there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. So now his aspiring sorcerer over here is going to use Sidebolt on my comm specialist. She's the closest one over there. So looking for 5. Goes off on an 8. I have a special rule where I can deny on 1d6, but unfortunately that is more than 6, so I can't even deny it at all. So she takes a mortal wound. So that would take her down to 0. So now we roll an injury roll to see if she is wounded or if she is dead. Oh, she is out.
She's a bigger threat.
All right, so now his icon of flame over here is going to go on to my sister over there on a 6. No 6. And now into the shooting phase. I've got 2 readies here. So my first sister here is going to fire into his veteran within rapid fire range, but he is obscured, so hitting on 4s. Getting 1 hit. Strength 4, toughness 4, looking for 4 to wound. That is a wound. AP nothing, so 3 up save. He's good. And then my leader is going to fire into his combat specialist over here. 2 shots hitting on 4s because of being obscured. That is going to be 1 hit. Not going to be a wound. So the reason he didn't have to take a test is he's just over an inch from this side, and there's the safety barrier on this side, which we're playing is he's good to go. So, but now into the regular shooting phase. My opponent has initiative, so he'll take the first person to shoot with first. So which one did you want to go with here? Oh, we're going to figure this one out. Sorry. So starting off is going to be his Marine here, demolitions expert with the Soul Reaper Cannon, firing into these 2 sisters over here, the closest ones here. So he's going to do the first one closest, 2 shots into there, hitting on at -1 because of obscurement, but within half range, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so here we go, hitting on 4s. No hits. Into the next one, 4s to hit. Getting 1 hit. Strength, what is it?
5.
Strength 5, so would be 3s to wound, but because of +1 to wound because of demolitions, looking for a 2 to wound. That is a wound.
AP -3, but you don't care.
AP -3, so I've got a 6 up armor save or a 6 up invul save with their shield of faith there. Yeah, with the fell face! Woo! All right, so now my heavy specialist over here, I'm going to spend 1 CP on more bullets, giving her 4 shots now with the heavy bolter. She's going to fire into these 3, the 2 Zangors plus the 1 Brayhorn. I'm going to put 2 shots into the Brayhorn, 1 each into the other 2. So we'll go with the 2 shots into the Brayhorn first, hitting on 4s because she's not, she's a heavy specialist, so she ignores moving with the heavy weapon, but they're still obscured over there. So that's going to be 1 hit, strength 5, looking for a 3 to wound. That is a wound, AP -1.
Invul 5.
Invul 5. Oh, he's good. Then we'll do the 1 shot into the guy on the right. That's not going to be a hit, and onto the left. That's also not going to be a hit. And now this veteran here is going to fire into my sister that shot at him because he's not happy about that. So hitting on 4s because of obscurement. Getting 1 hit, strength 4, 3 to wound. That is a wound.
-2,
AP -2, so it's going to be a 5-up save. No, so that's going to go through. See if she is injury roll. On a 1, she takes a flesh wound. All right, my opponent's going to spend a CP to re-roll that. Oh, and it was worth it. All right, so now my heavy flamer sister over here is going to fire into all of them, my demolitions expert. So she is going to be rolling the number of shots here, D6 shots, getting 5 shots. That's real good. I'm going to put 2 into the twist bray. I'm going to put 2 into the one on the objective here and 1 in the middle there. So we're going to put 2 into the twist bray. These are auto hits because it's a heavy flamer. Strength 5, she is demolition, so she's +1 to wound, looking for 2s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds. AP -1 on the twist bray over there.
Invul 5.
2, yes, 2 wounds because it's wound on 2s, yeah. Invul 5, so he fails 1. Let's see the injury roll here. On a 5, he's out of action. And then we've got 2 into the one on the vessel over there. That is going to be 1 wound. AP -1, 5-up invul. He's good to go. And then the one in the middle is going to be a wound. 5-up invul. Oh, and he's good to go. Now his aspiring sorcerer is going to use his bolt pistol into my heavy specialist. Obscured and more than half range, so looking for a 5 to hit.
Bang.
No hit. All right, now the sister closest here is going to fire into the Brayhorn. 2 shots, hitting on 4s because of being obscured. That is going to be 1 hit, wounding on a toughness 4, right?
Yeah.
So 4 to wound. No wound. Yeah, just 1 wound. All right, so now the Zangor on the right over there is going to fire into my sister on the right over here, hitting on a 5 because of obscurement. That is a hit. Strength 3, toughness 3, looking for a 4 to wound. No wound.
I should kill him.
And now my other sister over there is going to fire into the Brayhorn. 2 shots, hitting on 4s because of obscurement. Come back here. That's going to be no hits. Now the other Zangor is going to fire into my sister on the right over here, hitting on a 5 because of obscurement.
Yep.
That's no hit. This sister over here is going to fire into the one on the objective over there. So he's going to be hitting, she's going to be hitting on 4s. That's going to be 2 hits, looking for 4s to wound. That's going to be 1 wound. 5-up invul.
5.
Oh, and he makes it.
Same thing.
And now the Zangor over here that's not on the vessel over there is going to fire into my demolitions, hitting on a 5 again because of obscurement. No hit. And then my sister over here is going to fire into the one on the objective there. So on the vessel, hitting on 4s again because of obscurement. Getting 1 hit. That is not a wound. And the last Zangor is going to fire into my demolitions expert. 5s to hit. No hit. And then the last sister over here is going to fire into the one on the vessel, hitting on 4s obscurement. That's going to be 2 hits. 4s to wound. 2 wounds.
Oof.
2 5-up invul saves.
Oof.
Oh, and he fails 1. Injury roll. I'm going to send my CP to re-roll that one. Oh, still a flesh wound. Alrighty, so that is going to be it for turn 1 here. We don't have to take any morale tests because no one has... well, I guess the one guy has an injury roll, but he can't fail it. So he's going to be a flesh wound, but he doesn't have to... He's not going to fail because he's got a dude bro right next to him, and there's only 1 guy out. So that is going to be it for turn 1. We will now roll off to see who has initiative going into turn 2. I rolled a 10. My opponent rolled a 4. So we'll come back to you with Sisters movement here on turn 2. All right, Sisters movement phase here. This sister moved up over this way, and everyone else readied. So everyone else is getting found their position, and they're going to hold against the flood of heretic coming their way. So that's going to be it for the movement phase for the sisters here on turn 2. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Thousand Sons. All right, movement phase for the Thousand Sons here on turn 2. His demolitions expert up here readied himself. His leader moved up over here over the barrier. Over on this side, this Zangor advanced. He spent the 1 CP for the mission specific stratagem to allow him to advance with the vessel over this way. Only rolled a 1, so win some, lose some, I guess. This Brayhorn over here with the relic just moved over here, and this guy just moved down. And now we're going to have some charges. Who do you want to start with? All right, we'll come back to that. This Zangor over here is going to start us off by charging into my demolitions expert. I am going to fire Overwatch here. D6 shots. 5 shots. Auto hits here because it's a heavy flamer, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 4 wounds at AP -1, so 4 5-ups. Not making 3 of them, so injury roll. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. Oh, flesh wound! He needs a 4-inch charge to get in. Oh, he's in. And this Zangor over here is going to charge into my heavy specialist. He needs a 6-inch charge to get in, but I'm going to fire Overwatch here. 3 shots with the heavy bolter, hitting on 6s. No fill faces. And he's in. And now his Brayhorn over here is going to charge into my sisters. I got 2 sets of Overwatch here because I get 2 injury rolls if necessary. So 6s to hit on the first one. Oh, double 6s on that one. 4s to wound. Getting 2 wounds on that one. 2 5-up saves. No injury roll. And he's out. Oh no. Sorry, it's just a flesh wound because he's within 1 inch of terrain there that is interrupting there. So that gets dropped down to a 3. So he is there. But the second one will fire. No hits there. So he's just got that flesh wound. Ooh, wow. That was dramatic. And now he needs, what is it? You said a 4-inch charge to get in?
4. I still gotta reroll.
So here we go.
7.
Charges. Ooh, gonna spend a CP to reroll it. And he's in. All right, so now his Aspiring Sorcerer in the Psychic phase is going to use Sidebolt onto my sister over here. Looking for a 5.
Zot.
Gets it with a 10. There's nothing I can do about that. So the injury roll.
No litany for you.
Yeah. And a 6, she's out. All right, and the Icon of Flame here is going to go into here because this sister is closer, but he cannot see her. And this sister is closer, but cannot see her. So the only closest that he can see is going to be into here. So this is going to be the Icon of Flame on a 6. No. All right, so now my leader over here is going to start us off in the shooting phase into his Zangor over there with the relic, or with the vessel. Hitting on 4s because of obscurement.
Dang it.
That's going to be 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. That's going to be a wound. Looking for a 5-up invul save. Whoa, no, that's going to go through. Injury roll. +1. I'm gonna spend a CP to reroll that. There we go. Finally over because it's he already has 1 injury or 1 flesh wound there, so he is out. And now the Soul Reaper Cannon is gonna fire into my 2 sisters over there, 2 and 2. So we'll do the closest one first. That's gonna be 1 hit.
To wound.
That's gonna be a wound. 6 up.
-3.
AP -3, so 6 up save. Phil first. No, she's wounded there. What's the damage? Or just 1 damage? And she's out.
Okay.
And then into the other one over here. That's gonna be no hits.
Nope.
And then she's gonna fire into him. That's gonna be 1 hit. That's not gonna be a wound. And now this veteran over there is gonna fire into my sister over here. 1 shot because he's outside of 12. So hitting on 5 because it's -2 to hit. No hit. And his leader over here is gonna fire into my sister, hitting on a 5 because of range and obscurement. That's a hit.
4 versus.
That's not a wound.
Plus
Plus this CP to reroll it. That is a wound because they are tough 3.
And -2.
AP -2 because it's Inferno Bolt Pistol. So looking for a 5-up save. No, that's gonna go through. Injury roll.
Make it count.
On a 4, she is out of action. Yeah. All right, so now into the fight phase over here. His Zangor that charged into my demolition expert is gonna go 2 attacks.
I do on 3.
Because of the chainsword. Would be 3s, but because of the flesh wound, on 4s. That's going to be 2 hits. Strength 4.
Yep.
Looking for 3s to wound. That's 2 wounds.
AP nothing.
AP nothing, so 2 3-up saves for the Emperor. Oh no, I failed one. Injury roll.
Go away.
Oh, and she's out. And this Zangor into my heavy specialist over here. That's going to be 2 hits. It's going to be 1 wound. 3-up save. Yeah, we good. Woo! And now his Brayhorn over here is going to attack into both of them. He's going to put 1 attack into each because he's got the, what is it? The Zangor blade. So the first one, we'll do the closest one to me. Doesn't make a difference here.
Right, on a 3.
On a 3 to hit because he does not wound it. That's a hit.
AP -1.
Looking for a 3 to wound.
No.
That's not a wound. And then on to the other one.
Yes.
That is a hit. That is a wound. AP -1, so looking for a 4-up save. No! Failed that one.
Go away.
Injury roll. Flesh wound. And now, focus. Attacking back over here, my heavy specialist into his Zangor over there. Hitting on a 3 because she is not wounded. That is a hit with a fill face. Looking for a strength 3, I believe, so 5 to wound. No wound. They're actually weapon skill 4, but that's fine. So we're going to go with the next one over here. She's going to be hitting on a 4. That's a hit with a fill face. That is not a wound. And then the other one who has a wounded there, so she's going to be hitting on a 5. That's a hit, but not a wound. Oof.
I'm wounded though.
All right, so that was a brutal turn. Thousand Suns hitting hard here. So that is going to be it for turn 2 here. I do have morale test to take care of. I have to roll to see if I am broken first, because I've lost 6 models and I got 1 that is flesh wounded. So looking for, I've got a leadership 8 though on my sister superior there. Double 1, they are good to go. But I do have that 1 flesh wound over there. I'm going to get +1 because of the sister right next to her, but minus or 6 over here. So it's going to be D6. Oh, 6 plus that. She is going to be shaken. And I got no CP to re-roll it, so she is shaken. So we'll come back to you. I don't believe you have to take. We've got a lot of. What do we have? 1 second. Yeah, no, we're good. It's 4 out of 9, so we're good to go for my opponent over there because he's got 2 with flesh wounds right now and 2 that are out. But what's their leadership? I don't think their leadership is 7.
Yeah.
I guess on an 8 you could fail it, so we'll do that. We'll do the flesh wounds over here. So this guy over here, he's gonna have to take a leadership here. So
6, I fail?
on a 6 you'll fail. Oh no! So he is gonna be shaken over there as well.
Man.
And then you have 1 more that's flesh wounded over here.
God.
No, he's good because there's only 2 out. So that is pretty brutal there. So that's going to be it for the morale phase. So now we're going to roll to see who will have initiative going into the next turn here, turn 3. I rolled a 6. My opponent rolled a 10. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Thousand Suns. Actually, he rolled a 5, and because he had failed this one and this one was shaken, that gave him an additional +1, which means that he failed over there as well. It's 2 shaken there. Holy cow, that was quite the turnaround there. This is going to be a very interesting turn here. So we'll still come back to you after movement phase for the Thousand Suns. All right, movement phase for the Thousand Suns here. His gunner up here, readied himself. Down here, his leader moved up 6 inches closer towards my leader. This guy is shaken, so can't do anything over here. His veteran over here moves his 5 inches towards the objective over here because he is dust. Stayed in combat over here, the Zangor, and over here his Zangor is shaken. So that's going to be it. Oh, and this guy over here with the objective got it within 5 inches over here, so pretty good there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase for 1,000 Suns. We'll come back to you with the movement phase for the Sisters of Battle here on turn 2. All right, movement phase. This sister is shaken, so she has to stay there. This sister decided to stay in battle. And this sister, my heavy specialist, fell back out of combat over here. And now my leader is going to charge into his Zangor over here. So Overwatch, you got a pistol. So looking for a 6 for that. That's a hit. Strength 3, so 4 to wound. That'll do it. 3-up save. Oh, she's good. And her charge distance. Oh, it's in. All right, so into the psychic phase over here. We are going to have... He is going to cast Psybolt. Not Psybolt. Yeah. Is it Psybolt? Yeah, Psybolt into my leader over there because she's equidistant away from the other ones there, and he chose to go into the leader here, which makes sense. So, looking for a 5 to go off. Does go off with a 7, so that's going to be an injury roll here. She takes a mortal wound. And on a 1, she takes a flesh wound. Going to spend a CP to reroll it.
I am.
Here we go. Into a 6, she's out. All right, so now over here, his demolitions expert is going to fire into my heavy specialist over there. Going to hit on 5s because of range and obscurement. Getting 3 hits, that's how you do that. Wounding on 2s. That's going to be 3 wounds. 6 up saves. Full faces. No, got none of them. So 1 damage. Injury roll. And she is out. And then my one sister over here who's not shaken is going to shoot into his Brayhorn over there. That is a hit. That is not a wound though. And the only fight we have is my sister into his Brayhorn over there. That's a hit from her. That is not a wound from her because she's only strength 3. All right, so now we have the morale phase to go here at the end here. So because he's shaken, he can't fight back. So we're gonna start with me taking a break test here because I've got like 8 of my sisters are dead. So leadership 7 is the highest I have. On a 9, they are broken. So they're both gonna have to roll for the test here. So they've got 8 out of action there. So they're going to I guess 1s. If I roll 1s, they'll be good. Actually, you know what? Hold on. All right, I'm going to use Insane Bravery on that one sister who's not hurt. And the other one over there who was shaken, she needs a 1. No, she will be shaken. My opponent does not have to take a break test, but he does have to take some morale tests here. So we'll go over here first. So this guy over here. Can
I use Insane Bravery?
You can. You could use it on either of them if you want.
I want to on him.
Gonna spend it on this guy over here.
I don't care if the other guy falls.
So 1 CP is good here. And then over here, you're looking for a 6 to fail. Otherwise, you're good. And you're good to go over there because don't have the extra shaken there. So he's got everybody good to go. And I've got 1 shaken and 1 not shaken. So we will now roll to see who has initiative going into turn, turn 3? Yeah, that was only turn 2, turn 3. An 11 to 11, so gotta re-roll that. I rolled a 7, my opponent rolled a 3, so movement phase for the sisters. All right, movement phase for sisters. I'm staying in, that's it. All right, movement phase over here. We're gonna start with with his movement phase for 1,000 Suns. Words, come on. His demolitions expert's gonna ready himself over here. Over here, his Zangor moved on to the objective over there, and his veterans stayed next to him just in case he fails his, well, I guess you would spend a CP, but there he is over there. This guy dragged the objective to the other side over there, but still within the 5 inches of the center to give him, to hold it there at the end of the game. Now, we're going to have some charges from the Zangor and his leader. So his leader's going to start off by charging into both of them over there. Cannot overwatch because I am engaged. So I think you need like a 5-inch charge to get in. A 4-inch charge will get them in. And he's in. And then his Zangor over here is going to charge in. Needs like a 4-inch charge as well. 5 or 6, okay. So 5-inch charge looking here. He's going to be in. So now his leader over here is going to be Cybolt into my sister that passed with the Insane Bravery over there. So looking for 5. On an 11, that will go through. So roll the injury roll here.
It's D3.
It doesn't matter. It's D3 mortal wounds. Mortal wounds are always 1 wound each. Okay. So injury roll would be a 2. That's going to be a flesh wound unless you want to spend a CP to re-roll it.
I do.
He's going to spend a CP to re-roll that. Into a 4 and she's out. And the Icon of Flame looking for a 6. That'll go off. So that's a mortal wound. Injury roll here, +1 because of the 1 you already have. So now she's going to be take a 2nd flesh wound. And now into the fight phase, since there's no shooting to be had. His leader is going to attack into my lone sister over there. So it's going to be 2 attacks here, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 2 hits. Strength 6 is strength +2 with the staff there. That's going to be 2. AP -1. So looking for 4 up saves. Making 1, failing 1, D3 damage. 3 damage, so 3 injury rolls. +2, and she is out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the last sister out. So that is going to be the end of the game because he will spend his last CP for Insane Bravery over here. And on turn 4, just move it onto the objective onto the center there. So a bloodbath, which I imagine they just used the blood to fuel this to fuel this what is it? The shrine here that they've created to the gods, and I imagine that a demonic incursion is now going to occur on this planet. So it was fun to get the sisters out. They're pretty good. I like them. I know they got slaughtered here, but I think it was a combination of just a lot of different things. But I mean, they're cool. I like them. The fact that they're basically like Marines over here with the 3-up armor save, 3-up ballistic skill. Sure, they're a little bit squishier and a little bit not quite as strong, but I like them. I think they're cool. Plus, the models look great, so I'm very happy with that. But yeah, a brutal game, but a well-deserved and well-won one battle there by Neil and his 1,000 Sons. So, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Neil, and until next time, be safe and have fun.